Welcome back on the AM show. Before we get into other big stories, we'd like to contemplate the latest Press Freedom Index and what it says, what it evinces. Thankfully, we have joining the conversation the president of the Ghana Journalists Association in the person of Albert Dwumfour. He joins us. Good morning, Mr. Dwumfour.
Good morning, my good brother, and good morning to your cherished viewers.
It's really good to have you. I'll go straight to the point. Now, we have the latest Press Freedom Index, and Ghana has jumped a number of slots. What is your reaction to that jump and what it means for press freedom in Ghana?
Okay, thank you so much. I think it's very simple. Under the year, or during the year under review, all of you will attest to the fact that we have done enough. We have done a lot of work. So much have gone into this. Regardless, I will also say that it's a mixed feeling because when you read the details, when you get a detailed report from the Reporters Without Borders on Ghana's 2024 performance, the significant improvement. We haven't made enough. While the overall score did not change significantly. Last year, we were at 62 and then moved to 50 this year. Now, when you look at our score, the score as of last year was 64. This year, as I speak to now, we only moved to 55.9 over 100. So the change was plus 1.78, which to us not that significant, but it tells us that we are doing something right. Now, when you also look at the political contest component, which was one of the worrying areas last year, the country significantly improved its ranking among 180 countries from 53, which is last year, to 51, making a very good impact. What it means is that this has resulted from our resolve to blacklist some dishonourable MPs and politicians who have come after the media. People who think that they will always want to guard the media by insisting fear, panic, intimidation, by threatening the lives of practitioners and attacking media outlets and all that. And so, in fact, last year as the World Press Freedom Day, in my address, I did indicate that we will work assiduously to make sure we improve on our performance. And truly, it has come to pass. Even though we are also much aware that some countries we underperformed. Some countries who did better than Ghana last year underperformed. Countries like Burkina Faso was slightly ahead of Ghana last year during the World Press Freedom Index. But we could all attest that due to the political instability and the the junta rule, now there are journalists who have even run to Ghana for asylum. And so this has all contributed to Ghana's improvement. But we will say that, yes, we are doing something right, and we commend ourselves, and we continue to do the right thing.
Right. But you've made some interesting points, which I was going to throw to you anyway. The fact that some of the other countries that had fared better, like Niger and the rest, some of them were underperforming because of the nature of the institutions they have. But two quick questions. One, you look at the ranking since 2012. This is the lowest. The 2023 ranking, where we were 62nd, was the lowest. Even now that we've come to 50, it still is the lowest, the second lowest in this. In fact, okay, so 2022 is 60th, 2023 is 62nd. So this current ranking of 50th would be the third lowest. But a critical point to look at, my attention was drawn to this. If you look at the parameters, you would realize that it's only on security that we have made gains. On the four other perimeters, political, economic, legislative, and social, we have slipped. So in other words, we've slipped on four ends, and only on one parameter we have become better. What does that mean to you, and how do we shape up for a better score come 2025?
Okay, my brother, I think that I don't know which report we're referring to, but from what I have, like I said, we did improve on on the political contest. So it's not only on security. Like
So maybe I can give you the figures, what I have here. On political, 2023 score was 61.88. The 2024 score is 59.50. On economic, the 2023 score is 47.94. 2024 is 47.92. On legislative, 79.62 in 2023.
Okay, yes, I think you are right. But so when you look at the ranking among the countries, aside the grading or maybe the points, the ranking is in such a way that in 2023, under the political contest, Ghana was 63 among 180 countries. Currently, under political contest, we jumped from 63 to 51.
Yes, I'm not disputing that, but for the sake of clarity and moving forward,
yes,
I'm saying that if you look at it stratum by stratum, we are declining. So how do we make things better? I get that point.
Of course. So I think for me, I think that on that score, we will say that we have always been advocating, we have always been amplifying our voice on the need for one for us to minimize political interference in the discharge of our duties, because we all know that considering the report we have, even though the NCA's report on the ownership structure of media houses is opaque, we still know that about 60 to 70% of media houses are owned in Ghana, owned by politicians. And so that means that we cannot do away totally away with political interference. Regardless, we as practitioners and journalists, we also need to be seen as discharging our professional duty without recourse to any political interest. Because if there are political interference and you are a practitioner or a journalist and you discharge your work, because like we always fear the job security, as you know, we are always afraid that if I don't do the bid of the owner, of my boss, I'll definitely lose my work. But you see, as soon as you start doing that, you start compromising your profession. And that, I believe that we need to set standard going forward. We don't need to be seen as doing the bid of our owners, of our bosses. We need to be guided by the ethics, by the code of ethics, the code of conduct of GIBA and all that. Once we discharge our work professionally and other things, I don't think that the political interference component that has always affected us, including the economic component indices, which has affected our ranking in the past 3-4 years, will be seen as actually having a negative impact on us. Regardless, we also have seen attacks from political evildoers who have always threatened the professional media practitioners. I think that we have already made a big step that earlier this year you all saw the position we took on attack by our Kumse's supporters on the journalists in Cape Coast, and also that of Farouk Mahama, and I've also sent a very good signal. We have also come out boldly to also condemn some journalists who have also acted unprofessional the way, call them out, and we are doing a number of things. So I think that going forward, once we are able to, in fact, there has been enough training, capacity building, workshops and training also going on to also build the capacity of journalists. And for me, all this, once we continue the pace and once we add, or maybe we are able to, we are determined and continue with these good things or these good measures, and even add more, because there are we have so many options that we can't explore as an institution. Once we're able to do that, I believe that it will 2024 or 2025 will be a better year in terms of our position on the index.
Thank you so much. And of course, optimistic feedback from Albert Jumfor. He is president of the Ghana Journalists Association. Thank you very much, Mr. Jumfor. But crucial issues, too, that we're going to be looking at, starting off with this whole everything that has been happening. Security situation where military officers, members of the police service are being gunned down. The whole bit about arms in the hands of civilians and what has been happening. Last week, one military officer, 2 police officers killed, one at Millennium City and the other ones at East Trasaco. The question is, what is happening? Where do we go from here? What is the reading of the situation? We have our guests joining us to share their thoughts on that matter. Stay. We'll be right back.